Welcome Down the Middle podcast, episode 59. I had to check that again, H. Moore. What's going on, mate?
Not much, mate. I think I say it every week. It's a Thursday night again. Meant to record last night, but unfortunately, things went in the way.
I did a
Um,
Shane last night, Battlers. Sorry. And then, look, we all did a Shane last week. Sorry about that.
we probably should say that. Yeah, just
Oh,
never materialised.
I didn't have a good week last week. I just remembered
Yeah,
why we didn't record.
you had to late. So it's actually two strikes on you, mate. 2 weeks in a row. So that's all right. It's all good. You got here this
I
week.
I feel like
Second day.
I feel like my wife is probably listening from the other side of that door over there. So I'm not going to talk about why I didn't record last week.
Yeah, fair enough.
I might get into trouble. This week we're on there, mate. I just got up H because I said we were doing our little pre-record chat, and he was getting fired up. And I said, stop talking. This is content. We need to record. So we're ready tonight, Battlers. We're ready to go. First cab off the rank, we have to discuss it. And I was a little bit upset we didn't get an Instagram post from the great man Hayden Moore last week. I almost did it on his behalf, but I knew he wouldn't have been happy. H, first year of Champos for you or second?
Oh, first full year. But I gave up after last year.
Yeah.
So technically,
club championships,
yeah.
Antill Golf Club out at Picton. It's 4 rounds of golf that you've got to play. It is stroke event. So you've just got to keep hitting every shot. And we've got our very own Hayden Moore, down the middle's Hayden Moore. Just tell us where you're sitting going into the last round, Hayden.
Sitting third overall in the C grade there. 3 shots off the lead. I've had a 91, 94, and a 93. To sit me 3 shots off the lead and 1 shot off second place. So
for anyone out there that doesn't get golf, look, a 91, a 93, and a 94 isn't actually that bad when you're playing stroke play.
And especially when you hit you're a 20 and 21 handicapper, like it's not.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
Shout out to. I hope he listens. He does follow the page and he does get involved. But young Travie, the bike rider, the golfer, I'm pretty sure he hit 99 the other week in his round of Champos out at Camden, and he's, I don't know, maybe a 15 marker or something. So to shoot 90s isn't that bad. 3 shots off the pace, H. I don't want to throw you off because I know you're nervous, but I just want you to tell the battlers what's your game plan heading into tomorrow.
Well, I've got a practice round tomorrow. I've got 9-hole practice round tomorrow.
Sorry, this episode will come out on Friday, so I'd say tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, I have got a 9-hole practice round tomorrow on Friday.
Okay, good.
At Picton. I'm gonna take a notebook and actually go only for the greens. Obviously, it's a bit easy to say what one's a little bit fast, slow, like normal pace kind of thing. Sort of see where the pin is of that Friday. Obviously, they're going to be different. They get changed to Saturday morning of the day. So just to take that, have a little. It should be, mate, I don't know, 2 pages, just at least. I can focus on myself, put myself in a good position. Are
you going out by yourself?
No, actually, I'm playing with 4 other people. With I've got Brian. He's
uncle who's sitting in 6th. Is it?
6, I think yes. Yeah, 6.
He's
6
probably
7,
5 or 6 off the pace. He's looking. He just wants a good round. He wants to make the match play, the top 8, yeah. And I think he's probably a chance.
Because I think last week, so for the match play, it's 3 of the 4 best. I think last week we should put him through, but I think he wants to make sure last week's score is not a third one. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'm playing with fellow members of Kyle Smith, Robert Smith, Brighton Noble, avid listener as well.
Brighton Noble.
So
Brighton Noble absolutely out of the running. Brighton Noble, he hasn't had the best first year of Champos.
We said to him, mate, go play Stableford, because obviously
absolutely.
we looked at last week, C grade Stableford, I think 37-1, and the way he's been actually scoring, it's only he's been having 5 or 6 bad holes, and the other ones he's been doing really good, and that's make his point, like make the points up. So I think he's going to go for that, and then so do a little bit of practice tomorrow. Got a 11-12 tee off as they
11 o'clock seeded group battlers.
So they put 1 to 4 and 5 to 8 in each grade.
They put him in the final groups of the day, so they all come up the 18th. You can watch the winners. Love it.
Yeah, and there's no way of hiding of.
There's no hiding in the middle of the pack. There's no hiding.
So
people know it's that group over there.
Yeah, to last week, right, doing good. Went up 17th, hard it, coming down 18th. I'm like, rightio, just one more good drive, 4 or 5, beautiful. I hit a good drive, and they go, oh, that's going to be 70 meters off the green. I'm like, sweet. Get down there, can't find it.
Oh no!
I've gone, boys. You told me. I said, oh, should I re-hit? And they go, no, you'll be down there. And I'm going.
Blowing.
I'm just fucking around on the last shot. Like, I'm gonna have to go re-tee. I was like, boys, you keep looking. I'm gonna go hit a provisional. On my way back up, about 130 off the tee on the footpath. I found it. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Quickly run down, get my clubs, bring it back up, take a free relief on the footpath. Still got a shit lie. Smack it. 15 off the green. Walked off for 5.
I'll make 5. That's okay. 5. That'll do.
5 to get out of there with the 93. But then I do look back on each of the weeks. Obviously only been 3 off the lead. I go, oh, I could easily be tied, or one or 2.
There's 4 or 5 shots that you could have made up over the last couple of weeks.
But I would rather be chasing than leading, because
he's a chaser. He's not a stayer. He doesn't want to get out the gates early.
Only because it's like, say if I lose by 4 shots, I'm like, oh, well, he's only beaten me by one shot this week.
That's true.
That's true. Said if I have a 2-shot lead and I lose by 4, I'm like, mate, I've just had the worst round of my life for the last week of Champos. You know what I mean? I'd rather
a bit of match play tomorrow, on Saturday. A bit of match play you could go with, because you just got to make up a couple. I reckon. So this is where I wanted to get to. Game plan going into the weekend. You're in the seeded group. You're playing with the leader. I don't want it to be about me, but I reckon I'm marking his card, because I want to put the pressure on. I want to go, Matt, was that a double bogey there? Just get it in his head, without being rude, without being a dick, but just making sure you keep him accountable.
On the other way, I don't want to score him, because then I know what he's on.
Oh yeah, you're a nervous guy.
I'm a nervous guy here. I don't do good with pressure. Like I hit good shots like under pressure sometimes, but like not more just like when I'm having a good round. Like when I'm playing with other people, I get them to do both scorecards. You know what I mean? Like if I'm having a good round, I say, "Roddy, I'm doing this score." So then I
get someone else to do my scorecard.
Well, just like to write it down, so then I'm not, because then I don't have the opportunity to just look at the scorecard and go, oh, if I go bogey here, I'm going to shoot this. Like
that is unbelievable.
It's always like, how people have their little superstitions. I feel like
you've got a couple.
I've got to go like, oh, I'm having a good round, but then obviously on Saturday I can't do that, because they're going to tell me to fuck off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, if I can shoot my handicap again, it's all like if I shoot, I think it's going to be 20. I think it'll be 20.
20. Yeah. Okay.
If I shoot 20 or 21,
you'd be
or even 22, I'm like,
I reckon you're a chance.
Like, it's all I can do. Like, I shoot my handicap and I still lose. I'm like, well, blah, blah.
That's a good way of
Right.
looking at it. Because look, if he goes out and shoots 15 over and goes 5 under his handicap, you go, oh, okay, fair enough. You played well, you win.
So, yeah.
Look, that's exactly leading into my question I was going to ask the battlers. I was going to send it out tomorrow. What's your superstition? And I'll put it on the question for the Spotify. What's your superstition before a golf, before if you play sport, soccer, footy, tag? Have you got to put?
Yeah, we've got a lot of footy, soccer,
footy heads,
soccer
right?
footies.
Are you a right foot, left foot kind of guy? I have to have I've got to have a big marker, a little marker, and I've got to have 3 tees in my pocket when I start. And I don't get new tees. I don't know. I don't often get new tees until they're all busted or they're all gone.
Do a scorecard.
That's just how I get ready. That's just,
Yeah.
And I know when I was playing a lot more younger and I was playing match play or these types of ones, Champos, similar to what you're doing tomorrow with a little notebook, especially the morning of when I wake up, I lay there, my eyes closed, and I go, okay, first tee, driver. If it goes good, I'm about here. What do I hit on? And I picture every single, just getting onto the green. Usually you go, and it wasn't like a best spot because I can hit driver 280, so I'm going to be 40 meters out. No, it's like I hit driver about 245, 250. Where will I be? I'll hit wedge in, blah, blah, blah. I just had to do that. And then I was like, okay, now I can get up. And that takes 5 minutes or something, but I had to lay there, eyes closed, and go, all right, I'm ready to go. And that was at like 6 in the morning. Anyway, Battlers, what's your superstition? What's your sporting superstition? H has got a couple. That's okay.
Yeah.
Have you got any other ones?
I don't like getting lifts to the golf course as well. I like driving.
Oh, yeah,
I like
driving myself. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really think. I don't know if that's superstition or just like so I can just sort of like listen to music that I like to listen to, and then just
you know what? When me, you, and Shane were all driving together, yeah, sometimes that did piss me off a little bit. Not piss me off. It's nice to go, but I was like, I just want to.
but like, I sometimes like, obviously, when I play nets, I went with obviously your dad because that's just easy because we're going around the place like to that kind of stuff, and it's a bit easier because 9 times out of 10 he was my teammate, so I was like, that's all right, that's easy.
It's all good, yeah.
But yeah, and getting there early. You and Shane would rock up like 5 minutes before tea time, and
I'll wear that. I used to be like an hour and a half before guy, and I'd be like
40. I'm 40 minutes. So like on Saturday,
we were rocking up 10 minutes early.
Yeah, like on Saturday, I'll probably leave here at 10 and like get there at 20 past and be like nearly an hour.
Roll in, have a part, hit a few in the warm up.
Watch the A and B grade tee off. Like,
will they tee off before you or after? No, they'll tee off before.
They tee off before us. Yeah,
10:30.
And there's actually groups behind us as well. So there's
there'll be the normal groups behind us. Yeah. Well, there you go. Okay. Well, Battlers, that's your question. It'll be on the Spotify. I'll make sure I put it on after we record, and we'll put it up onto the Instagram. What's your superstition? I like that. That's good for me, I reckon.
Yeah, and I'll put on the socials win lose as well.
Saturday. We need an update. Saturday afternoon. And if you win, I want you to get someone to record you accepting the trophy, please.
Oh, 100%. It'll be going me with the trophy. 100%. that will be, I think.
Yeah, Uncle Brian, you need to be videoing that, and I want a speech.
Yeah.
When you lift the trophy.
I don't know what they do. But
just take the mic. Take the mic. Who cares?
Because obviously, technically, people from outside the seeded groups can win. Obviously, if someone has
that is true.
But out of the seeded groups, it goes to about 10 shots.
10 shots can be very hard. Very hard.
Unless a 19 handicapper shoots like 7 over,
probably
but then he needs a handicap. But if they can hit 7 over, you shouldn't be 19.
And good on you.
Exactly. So yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, H.
Thanks, mate.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
The Everest over the weekend.
Yep.
Oh, he's nearly lost his mic there.
It was
Actually,
it was 2 weeks ago, actually.
2 weeks ago, yeah, it was actually. Before we get on to the Everest 2 weeks ago, yeah, because then last week I had my my week for the punters club. I'm gonna say it here on the podcast. Someone needs to kick me out of the punters club. I am the worst punter in the whole entire world.
Oh, you got a couple seconds in there.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That's $0. I was so confident. I was so confident on a couple of those bets, and those couple of those seconds, I was like,
well, you
this
came
horse is
second. You
home.
came second in the Caulfield Cup there
Yeah.
without a fight.
Yeah, I think so. I had no, that was West Wind Blows, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh,
without a fight one. Yeah, without a fight one.
Oh,
West Wind Blows comes second.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm a shit punter. The Everest was pretty good though, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Think about it.
Did any? Or it's been the worst punter ever. Did anyone suggest that for the punters club?
No.
Shane did, and I backed him. Again, I can get on someone else's bet. Anyway, what did we go with? What did we end up going with?
We went with Overpass and
Overpass. Yeah, no good.
It actually came out like after the race or like a day after. They said like he was fully fit going into it, but then they don't know, something just halfway through the run, Josh Parder said like I knew like coming around the bend, the final bend in the tree, he goes like I'm going to try and rev him up, but if he doesn't rev up, then I just know like there's no point because best of the best in this horse. It's like he's not going to flog it, not going to flog a dead horse just to still come last kind of thing. So
yeah,
but
the Everest, I think for me, the Everest looks like the best day at the moment. Like again, we haven't seen. We're talking about the Cox this week. We haven't seen Melbourne Cup this year, but the Everest always looks like a mad day, and I think that's a credit to Sydney racing. I don't know. I don't want to get too New South Wales versus Melbourne, versus Victoria. Sorry, Sydney versus Melbourne. Sydney racing, I actually like it.
Yeah, well, it's funny, like you say. Like I think if I could pick, something came out this year. You can only go to 3 horse race meetings each year. I would probably go to the Golden Slipper in April. I think it's April. I'd go to the Everest, and I'd probably go to Melbourne Cup. I think.
Yeah.
Everest and Melbourne Cup are probably, well, depending where you're from. If you're Victorian, then the Everest probably wouldn't have been in your top 10.
You wouldn't even consider it because they can't. They're not allowed to.
Melbourne. Yeah, but I think that would be the three meetings.
Yeah,
that I would pick.
It's mad. I think friend of the show, KT, was in. He went into Sydney that morning. For the Everest, and he said it was like there was buzz in the air, and he was like in the CBD, and he said there was just a buzz in the air. It was just people out and about, and they're all dressed up, and it was all happening. So anyway, Corporate Cup, obviously, yep, I backed West Wind Blows without a fight, had a pretty good run. Gold Trip, I thought was a little bit. I thought Gold Trip was probably going to be a big chance to take it out there, even though I was on West Wind Blows. That was more a monetary bet to try and make some cash than. Gold Trip runs again this week with the Cox, and you were saying before, H, you're very impressed with the field.
It's probably one of the best fields they've assembled for like a very long time. Obviously, it's a hard one because some of them go, I think if Gold Trip won last week, I don't think he would be in the cockpit because then he would have got an automatic entry into the Melbourne Cup.
Into the Cup, yep.
So I think maybe this is another sort. I think to get like the rate. Do
you get into the Cup if you win the Cox, don't you?
Don't know. It's the only one I don't really like understand how you sort of. I know there's like this Geelong Cup yesterday. The winner gets an entry into that. Obviously, the Caulfield Cup gets an entry into it. I know the Saturday before so what, 2 to 3 days before the Melbourne Cup, if you win on Derby Day or whatever, you get an entry.
Yeah.
But other than sort of winning the races, you have to. I'm not quite sure what you have to like, sort of like rating be or kind of
We usually don't know
win.
the full field until just before, don't we?
Yeah, well, obviously that Saturday is the last horse.
For the
So
Derby, yeah.
yeah, but
Announced Saturday the 4th. Yeah, in the lead up. So next weekend we'll know.
yeah. So yeah, next weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Cool.
but yeah, back to the Cox Plate. This Saturday, we sort of, as you just said before, we think it's a pretty good field, and like I go through it, and I think there's like 4, 5, 6, probably 7 to 8 actual genuine chances of 12, and all vary in prices. Like I don't think like the Romantic Warrior there, he's a favourite. He had a pretty first up run in Australia, um, in the Turnbull there, but they said that they weren't expecting too much. I don't know if they're just saying that, um, just because of they sort of play it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so
Who are you leaning towards? I know. Tell the battlers.
Mr. Brightside, Mr.
As
Brightside, number 3, barrier 2,
pretty good
Mooney
form
Valley.
of late.
Yeah, like Mooney Valley is a prick of a course. As I said before, I really don't like Mooney Valley because I'm a genuine believer. I feel like I don't like this 300-meter straight.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, Mooney Valley is a forward, a leading bias track. All right, if you get a soft lead out the front, and then you probably about 550, 600, or 500, and you got a bit of horse under you, and you kick away, and you're like 3 lengths coming around that corner, you won. Unless obviously a horse is steaming past like a Winks or something like that. Obviously he won 3 Cox Plates or 4 Cox Plates in a row. He'll go come back from the back, but there's not a Winks in every year's Cox Plate. You know what I mean?
You want to see that final straight where it's a real battle sometimes, don't you? For these big races, you want to know that anyone can almost win it from coming around the bend. And like you said, a shorter straight sort of just means get to the corner and hopefully you're home.
Yeah.
So you're on Brightside. I'm going to go Alligator Blood. Simply because if I back it, it won't win, and that means Mr. Brightside might, and it's your week to punt.
It is my week, and right, this is my week to tip, and mate, to tell you the truth, I'm thinking I'm just going to put $50 on Mr. Brightside and then do 2 $5 bets somewhere.
Yes, please do that. Please do that.
Just because.
That's what I got to start doing. Just pick one horse. Pick one horse in the whole
when
day.
It comes to these big races, it's like you got, people don't. We've got a punters group. You get $60 each week. We take it in turns. I just go, you know what, like, fuck. If it wins, it wins. Like,
if it comes second or third, you get your bonus back.
That's what's that? That'd be 350.
350. That's
so
$290 bonus. $290 profit. Sorry. So we'll take it.
Yeah.
Go for it, mate. I back you.
Oh yeah, like, but it's just like the only thing I hate is like, oh, there's so many good horses. Like, there's just so many good horses, and
doesn't matter.
But yeah, and he loves Mooney Valley as well. He's had 4 starts, 3 wins. So yeah, I'm really, really confident that
pretty good with Craig Williams on board too. He's winning it. He's
Yep.
winning 50%. 50%
Yeah.
of his starts on Mr. Brightside. That's over 23 starts. That's pretty good. He's won 12. That's not too bad.
Yep.
I reckon
Exactly
go
right.
it, mate.
And
I reckon go it. We might put something up on Saturday morning. Who do you like? Or yeah, probably Saturday morning. Who do you like in the Cox?
yeah, and he gets through all grounds. He's done the distance twice. That's the only query. He's done the distance twice with no placings.
Yeah.
That's probably the only little query. But
Well, his
might
last
have to
race
go
was
back.
over 2,000, and he won it.
No, it was 16.
Oh, sorry, I'm on alligator blood. My bad. You're right.
Yeah, he's been winning at 14 and 1600.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry.
But
Yeah, well,
but yeah, so bit of an interesting one. But,
all right. Well, there you go, Mr. Brightside. That's your tip.
Yeah,
I'll
Mr. Brightside.
I'll put $1 on alligator blood to win 5 back. That's what I'll do. That's a Shane Austin bet.
Who?
Sorry, yeah, Shane Austin. Very good. We've missed a little bit of the footy too. We missed both weeks review, did we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, both weeks review. Yeah, review.
So the Pacific Championships. If we go back to the week 1, Kangaroos flogged Samoa, which I thought was going to happen. The Kummels pumped the Cook Islands too. Kummels didn't look too bad in that first week. So it'd be interesting to see how they go this week against Fiji. But then last week, Kiwis absolutely touched up Samoa even more than what we did. I was probably surprised that Samoa couldn't score a point, and then a little bit worried that, well, what's that mean for when it's going to be Kangaroos versus Kiwis? No,
I think it'll be close, just because of it's different breed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just and I didn't. I don't know. I didn't really look at both Samoa teams to see if they changed it up a little bit. Like if they
no,
put it
they're
like
the Samoan team was pretty.
pretty similar,
I
wasn't
think
it?
they had 2 changes maybe to the
Okay.
back line. Look, their back line
Yeah.
wasn't that great anyway, but I suppose maybe that's why
Yeah.
they scored more tries. Maybe they pummeled over them.
Yeah.
Fiji
And I
Cook
did make.
Islands ended up getting
I was
okay.
just going to say, I did make the comment, obviously, to you two boys that obviously there's a reason why they haven't moved to T1 status.
Yeah,
Samoa.
that's true. You said that after they got flogged by New Zealand, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I reckon they are a few of those Origin players. They're just a few
But like, how
players
many
away.
do you need though? Like, I'm sorry, you go through that team, and I'm sorry, but they should be doing a lot better. They all talk about, you got Jerome Luai, you got Crichton, you got Toto. They all talk about, we're so proud of playing for Samoa. It doesn't look like it. Because
Yeah, but there's no Toto, there's no Jerome Luai at the moment.
didn't they play the first week?
No, because Stephen Crichton is playing in the halves, and Toto's.
Toto played, surely. I
Oh,
swear he
Toto
played.
played the first week, sorry, but he didn't play the second week. And Jerome Luai's not playing. Well, I don't rate Jerome Luai anyway, but I reckon probably better than having Crichton in the halves.
But then you still got Junior Paulo. You still got all these boys that talking about pride, and because it's gonna and people keep talking about, well, they shouldn't be able to play for New South Wales and Samoa, or Queensland and Samoa. Well, it's going to keep happening because they're just not going to they're not going to give Samoa T1 status to stop that, and then they're getting free runs into these World Cups and stuff like that because they're T1 when they probably don't really deserve to.
We've only got Australia, New Zealand, England, T1. Yeah.
Tonga?
I don't know. Would that be? Maybe it is because they're no. I don't know. Tonga were the side that beat Australia last year, the year before.
Yeah,
And that was the first time they'd ever done it. Are you Googling at the moment?
I am.
Look, the only reason I say that they're only
Samoa and Tonga, the two nations that will likely remain low tier 2 status for the next 10 years, and that was 24th November 22.
10 years?
I don't think they'll stay there for 10 years. No way in the world. I think Tonga should probably get tier 1 in a year. I think.
Well, Tonga also.
They lost by 4 to England.
4. Yeah. 22-18.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Over in England.
Yeah.
They're very much. I think they should get tier 1 status to then stop people from Origin playing for them. I think that will hold a lot of people.
You got Tyson Frizzell that plays for them. You've got who else? Moiki Futawaka. He played for Queensland.
Yep.
Ken Kolomatangi, Felice Kaufusi, Kamoli Olakawatu.
He's there now, isn't he?
Yeah, but like ex Origin.
Yeah.
I think the Tonga team's stronger.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I don't know. The only reason I say they're only a couple of Origin players away is that look, so's Fiji and so's PNG. You know, if they can get some of those, because look, Australia, the Australian side is full of Origin players. The New Zealand side is obviously not full of Origin players, but that the New Zealanders would make Origin if they were eligible.
100%.
You know, a couple of those guys would. This week, we've got obviously the Australia-New Zealand game down at Amy Park, and then we've got the Comores and Fiji. To be honest, I think these are probably the 4 best games, or the 4 best teams. 2 best games, 4 best teams at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to say. I don't want to say Samoa. Like a team that'll give us a bit of entertainment. I think the Comores and Fiji will actually be a good game. Hopefully, pretty tight. Cook Islands, not really concerned.
I would like to see Cook Islands play Samoa, because I reckon the way the 2 games they've played, have they played 2 games? Sorry.
Cook Islands, yeah, they played the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've been pretty good for, like, obviously you look at the team they have. I think they'll probably give Samoa a good run for their money. They actually have a go. You know what I mean? Like, I think obviously in this competition, Australia and New Zealand are miles ahead. Then PNG are in that second tier, a mile ahead of Fiji, Samoa, and Cook Islands. I feel. But yeah, I think PNG win this week against Fiji.
I'm just having a look. Oh, sorry, I was doing something. The final is next week. There's a Saturday and a Sunday game, so it's just 1v2 and 3v4.
I think so. Yeah. I think it's Australia versus New Zealand already. I think
because they've won. Well, they've only played.
But it's not.
Australia's only played 1 game, and so has New Zealand. They've obviously got the best winning record, but whoever wins this, they might bump someone out, because the Comores can get 2 wins. Fiji can get 2 wins. So it actually might not be. I think it'll be Australia v someone and New Zealand v someone, which is pretty cool.
I like it.
Well, actually, so these 2 games are pretty much these are the 4 teams. These are the 4 teams that are going to be playing next weekend as well.
Yeah.
Just because, well, actually, maybe not Fiji. No, not Fiji, because Fiji's only played 1 game. So if the Comores win, next week's games are in
Hamilton and Port Moresby.
And Port Moresby, yeah.
It doesn't. It should say.
Just says TBC. I don't know. I'm just looking on that. And there was nothing on the ladder. Anyway, we'll work it out. Battlers, if you know, tell us. But look, be a really good game this weekend to watch. Saturday, 8 o'clock, prime time. Pretty good. Not prime time for New Zealand. Again, that's an 11 o'clock game. 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock game for them.
Yeah,
That's just
daylight savings now.
Mate, again, put it 6. We're out of the footy season. We don't need an 8 o'clock game on a Saturday. We need a 6 o'clock game, and that helps out the Kiwis. 4 o'clock game on the Sunday. That's cool. Whatever. We'll be right. We'll watch it.
Two debutants again. I did see with. Oh no, sorry, is it one? One debutant. Nico Hines. I think Nico Hines.
Nico comes into the 17. Yep.
And Flagler? Did Flagler play in the first one?
I think so. I don't know.
It'd be one or two of them.
This is a huge game. Like, be interesting. Dylan Brown and Jerome Hughes in the halves. Be interesting to see how they can potentially pick apart the Australian side. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of Dylan Brown. I'm a huge fan of Jerome Hughes, but I'm not a massive fan of Dylan Brown. It's be interesting to see what sort of role he plays off Hughes when you've got, on opposition of Cameron Munster and Daly Cherry Evans. Daly Cherry Evans, one of the great organisers, and Cam Munster just comes up with some freaky shit. So, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, those 2 forward packs, I'm looking at the 2 forward packs now, and I'm like, oh, there's a couple of blokes you don't want to run at. Holy dooly.
No, definitely not. And I just went through, Flagler is making his debut.
So it is. Okay.
Flagler and Hines.
Yeah, cool.
They both played for the Prime Ministers, but that doesn't count.
Yep.
As cap. So, yeah, we're making... And I'm sort of... I look at the teams, and that, like, looking 1 to 7, sorry. 1 to 7, I would take that New Zealand team all day.
If that was your NRL side, how good?
Mate, you look at the boys. Most of them boys had a pretty good season. Hughes had it up and down. Dylan Brown had obviously up and down. They didn't play consistently enough football. Asako, one of the wingers of the year. Manu,
good.
Freak.
Timoko.
He's probably the one weak link, I would say.
I look at the other number 3 in the Hammer. I'd put the Hammer in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still, he's solid enough. Yeah. Mortalo's good.
Ronaldo, he does his job. He's a frustrating player, obviously. I'm watching every bloody week. But yeah, and then obviously Chance, one of the better fullbacks this year as well.
Absolutely. Have you seen the number 9 for the Kiwis?
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Kieran Foran. They had, is it Famanu Brown? Is that his name?
Famanu Brown, 14, yeah.
Yeah, so he started last week, I think. But interesting, you get to this, oh, God bless you. You get to this international representative stage, and both the number 9s are both halfbacks. Foran's a halfback, is he? Or is he a 6? No, he's a 7.
Who, Hunt?
Well, Hunt is, but Foran.
I think he's more of a 6, I think.
Is he more of a 6? Either way, you look at this representative football, and going in at hooker is 2 halves. And I just, I wonder when or if that type of mold might become the norm in the NRL. I know there's a few teams. I think the Titans had 3 players between the 2 halves and the hooker that were rotating.
I wouldn't do it so much in NRL. Oh, sorry,
week-to-week competition.
Club land.
Yeah.
But obviously Hunt and Grant, they do it probably if including internationals with the Origin, they probably do this 7 times a year.
I was going to say 6 or 7. Yeah.
I actually liked starting Ben Hunt because I feel like you look at Grant versus Brown, Grant shits all over him.
Mm-hmm.
And and Hunt can play a full 35 minutes and then stay on, play forward pack, and, rotate that pack a little bit more. So I actually do like that play. If I had to go through the team and sort of nitpick the Australian side, I know it's a little bit off topic. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have Holmes there. I wouldn't have even picked him in the.
Wouldn't have had him in the squad.
26-man squad or whatever they named as off-field drama we had before. I wouldn't have picked him. I went, mate.
Put Cobbo in. Put Cobbo number 19 in. Bang.
You have this international series off. You don't deserve it. I probably wouldn't have Jake at 8.
I'd have Jake coming off the bench, I think.
See, this is the thing. I go. I wouldn't have Hines in there. I'd put Hines out, put Jake on the bench, and then bring Payne Haas in or Tino.
Well, again, Hines at 17 when you've got Harry Grant and Ben Hunt. I think Ben Hunt offers the extra half.
Him and Grant can do that
job. Yeah, like there already is the utility. So, but again, representative football where that forward pack, they're all blokes that have got big motors. You've got Ruben Cotter, who's been known to play 80 minutes in the middle. Cameron Murray's not going to stop. Thomas Flegler can play 80 minutes. Even like Patrick Carrigan, he could play 80. Collins can probably play 65 or 70. Yo can play 80 every other week. So I don't mind carrying those utility or, essentially most of them are just,
Yeah. But like
backline
you look
players.
on the reserve sheet there, Liam Martin, don't really talk about Kovacic just because he's a back. Martin, Tino, and Haas, right?
There's 3 blokes unlucky to
best forwards going around the comp. You know what I mean? I know obviously them boys played the week before or 2 weeks ago.
Shows the strength of the Australian side at the moment, though.
And people were wondering if they still have the strength to go with New Zealand. And you just look at it, you go, New Zealand have got the better 1 to 13 just because of the back line. I think the back line just gives a little bit of an edge overall.
You reckon?
And then you look at.
You reckon New Zealand still got the edge?
Well, I'll take Chance over Teddy. I'll take Ronaldo over Edwards only because he's in wing, just because he's not a winger. I'll take Hammer over Timoko. I'll take Manu over Stags. I'll take Asako. I'll take Munster.
Yeah, okay.
I'd
take the 2 halves. I'd take the 2 halves.
Yeah, I'll take Fisher Harris, Hunt, Leota. I'll go Leota over Flegger just because he gives it a go. I'd go Murray over Pavley because he didn't have that good of a season. That's a tough one.
I'd go Cotter and then Tarpanay. Yeah, it's probably 50. Like it's pretty 50-50 on most of the if you spread it. Maybe you're probably right. Maybe New Zealand do just have them 60-40.
Yeah, like it's
position for position.
And then you go interchange and it's Grant, Carrigan, Hines. I'll take Nelson over Collins.
I'd take Nelson. Yeah. Okay. Well, with that, I see Kangaroos winning 1-6.
New Zealand 1-6.
Oh,
I can hate Kiwis as well.
Where is your national pride, you mug? Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I feel bad.
So then we could see the Kiwis going into the final against maybe the Kummels.
I reckon they win in extra time.
Okay.
Or golden point, whatever they do. I don't know what they do. Switch it up every game, I reckon.
Who friggin' knows? Kummels, Fiji. Fiji, I backed the whole back line. I backed 1 to 5 last week to score a try, and of course the Dragons player let me down. Michaeli Ravalawa, thanks, buddy. I reckon the Cools get it done. I reckon they're going to dig deep. You're allowed to chime in whenever you want, bro.
Yeah,
Of course.
Sorry,
you're just gonna go Fiji. Of course, yeah. They started very slowly last week.
That forward packs. Yeah, I'll stick with Fiji.
Arne Milne playing second row with 13 on his back. The bloke is a winger. He's actually a winger. He's a winger. He plays wing.
I rate. It's not. I think it's a little bit like New Zealand. I think New Zealand have the better 1-7, and I think that just edges it for me.
Yeah, sure. I don't care. I like that when we usually go head to head. Good.
But like obviously these, I think both these games would be like close. So it's like, but I can see Australia and PNG winning. Like put it that way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like how they're two good sides. I hate when it's like a shit PNG side versus a good Fiji side, and like vice
and
versa.
you just know that's just going to get pummeled.
I want these two, their tier 2 sides, to sort of, keep progressing. More young players. I'd like the younger players to play for their countries. Because it gives them good international experience, and then if they want to go into State of Origin Australia.
Have you seen recently the talk to potentially get a Papua New Guinea side into the NRL?
I think they deserve the 18th slot before
another Sydney team.
Not even a Sydney team,
or
like
a Perth team. Yeah.
I think the Warriors it'd be a New Zealand side would be close second, but they're just too up and down. You know what I mean? They have a good year and then they have 2 shit years. I think they would find it hard to recruit young guys going into league and union.
Yeah, I think the Warriors need another 3 solid years. Again, reports are saying that there's a lot of buzz over rugby league in New Zealand at the moment, which is great. But that buzz has got to stick around.
Only because they've had one good year.
But that's what I mean. If that sticks around, they could be a chance, and it would be probably a little bit easier to expand over there than saturate Sydney as well or Perth. The other thing for me is let's try and get a little bit of East Coast sorted at the moment. Yeah. The same thing we're talking about, the game time of 8 o'clock on Saturday is going to be 10 o'clock in New Zealand. If we're doing a Perth game, Perth then another 3 hours. Imagine Perth v Warriors in Perth, and the Warriors are watching it at 1 a.m. for their home like league. If we're watching the EPL in England, you got your Liverpool shirt on. If you're watching that, you know you're getting up early or you're staying up late. Or we're watching the golf. We know that it's happening because it's happening in a different hemisphere. But to watch your home team that you could go 50 meters down the road to the stadium one week and then have to stay up till 1 a.m. to watch them the next week, that's where it's. If we can get that big, sure. But I think, the Kummels being in PNG, they're probably on a similar sort of time zone. Maybe we stay there.
So, I agree. I agree. I think if they're going to do it, they've got to put the plan in now for New Zealand. I know that they got like the New South Wales Cup team and stuff like that, but academy, like a centre of excellence. Because you go over there, you play good in high school or college. Over there, you go into All Black system. You know what I mean? You get coached. And New Zealand are going into a transitional period in their union as well, where they've been up and down the last year. But I think union's such a number one over there. that I think they've got to have a plan in place.
But in the same breath, rugby league is number one in PNG.
But that, and that's
They
what
just don't have
that's
the
what
infrastructure.
budget.
They don't have the infrastructure.
And we go over there every year for the Prime Minister's 11. They've how long ago? I think they were in the conversation before the Redcliffe Dolphins got it, or the Dolphins.
I think so.
Yeah, I think, or maybe even go, you know what? No new teams for 5 years, and we bring 2 teams in. Just go bang, bang.
The only other thing would be though, how does that club make money?
And obviously, this is where it all goes into plan of you have your bids. You got to have like I think you got to have like a 10-year plan put forward to the NRL to say, rightio. Obviously, first year we'll make good money because everyone's going to support us, and then if we don't have a good year, people might drop off. You got to have that plan in to still make money, things to do, get players. But I think this is why I think if you're a new team, you should have like a franchise tag.
Yeah.
Right? That you pay, say like they paid if Munster went to the Dolphins, right? And they gave them a franchise tag, right? And they go, we're going to offer him 1.3, but only 1 mil goes to the cap, so we can still get some. We can get another decent player for 300K.
It would have to be. It would have to be. The NRL would have to make an accommodation for that because you're not going to. It's going to be really hard to entice someone to even to live in Papua New Guinea, considering Cameron Munster probably lives in Melbourne CBD in a house worth $3 million or an apartment worth $3 million.
Yeah.
To get, you're not knocking PNG, but it's not the same as living in Australia. And you got to go and live there. You got to train there. You got to do everything. Unless they were to operate out of an Australian base and then take their games there, but then still that takes away from it. What's your club look like? How many members do you have? What do you charge for membership? What do you get for your membership? How many people can pay for that membership? I think it's fantastic, but I think you got to build that brand. You got to build that everything before it.
Maybe they got to build the Cool was playing the pit in the Queensland Cup. I don't know if you just build that club up, build, and then just promote that team. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, something for the conversation.
It's definitely they should in the near future, hopefully.
You'd hope so. Hayden, you put up a nice little story today on the Insta. We got a few responses. A good one from friend of the show. What's the best food at a sporting event? He suggested a pie or a hot dog or hot chips and sauce, etc. Go well. What do you reckon? What do you reckon is your favorite? I'm going to go past best food and or beverage at a sporting event.
Hot dog, surely. Hot dog.
Actually, I tell you what, if we're going to Shark Park, yeah, I'm going hot dog.
Yeah,
those Kransky hot dogs were good.
Actually, and that you read my mind because the suburban grounds have food trucks.
Can I couple that with a full strength Sado? You know what? Give me a blue jersey. I just want to watch footy at Shark Park from now on. That was a great little night. Kransky hot dogs and full strength Sados. That's where I want to watch footy.
And,
there you go.
And
Kyle,
you go to the ANZ Stadium, your Alan Yards, it's shit.
See,
I don't eat at them grounds.
I don't really like Wynn Stadium. Wynn Stadium, you get crap stuff there too. Cogra is better. But Wynn Stadium's not.
Chico's you go on to Wynn, don't you? I think in Chico's place, wasn't
Yeah, Chico's down the road, but I don't muck around with Chico's. I don't know. I think I've only had
But
Chico's once.
I will back you up on. I think Shark Park has the best food slash drink combo in the comp.
Shark Park
I'll
does the
put-
best. Dragons, get Sutho on as a freaking sponsor. What
But
are
we've
you
had some of
doing?
the ages as well. We've had them for a bit. They must recognise the potential of the great club.
If Sharks aren't playing the Dragons, I will come to a Sharks home game and I'll wear a Sharks jersey and I will have a Kransky hot dog and a Sutho. I love that. That's mad.
And hit Norbies up. We'll have about 5 or 6 of the footy and hit Norbies up. Walk out there at 2 a.m.
If Sharks can get to a grand final, I'll come with you. Another question. Hot dog. Yeah, okay. Hot dog. There you go. Hot dog. Did remember Shane at that game? Do you want a hot dog, Shane? Yeah, I'll have a hot dog. Yeah, no worries. So go up there. Oh, it's a Kransky. Yeah, righto. There he goes. Do you want the hot one or do you want? I said, yeah, let's get the hot ones. He's anti-spice. He hates spice. He goes, just get me barbecue sauce on it, tomato sauce. I did. We got onion on it too. And he's like, what are you doing? Well, I'm getting a hot dog. Tastes nice. He's whinging and whining.
Yeah. Because Kransky was hot, wasn't it? I think it had a little bit in it.
It was spicy. I got the spicy one. It was nice.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
mad. It was good though. It was actually nice. And he was whinging. Probably went through him. A couple of young fellas as well. I'm going to give them a shout out. Daniel and Daniel. Thoughts on UFC 294? Do you get the UFC? Do you pay for
So
them?
yeah, I was going to say I'll take range of that. I'll talk about only the 3 main fights. Ankalaev and Johnny Walker finishing a no contest. Inky got kneed. One of the boys got kneed in the head while grounded. And they said because it was in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And the doctor asked, "Oh mate, do you know where you are?" And Johnny Walker, being a bit of a funny character, he goes, "Oh, we're in the desert." It's probably not the best answer to say when you want to keep fighting.
When you're getting concussion tested.
When you're getting concussion tested, and the doctor goes, "What did you say?" He goes, "The desert, mate." He goes, "Okay," and they called it off. And he's going, "Well, no, hang on, I'm fine." They're like, "Mate, you just said the desert." Like,
We needed something specific, buddy. Yeah.
Well, exactly right. Just say Abu Dhabi. Like, it's easy. Or the arena that you're in. And then we had the main co-event with Kamaru Usman versus Hamza Chimaev. Chimaev staying undefeated, 13-0, winning by decision. It was a pretty good fight. Usman was making his debut in the middleweight division. So that was a pretty decent fight. I actually got up and watched these 2 ones. I think I got up at
they were like, yeah, they were early, hey.
It was 5:30, yeah. And obviously, unfortunately, Alexander Volkanovski, the Aussie boy down from Wingdang, that used to play rugby league, and now he fights he's the featherweight champion, but he's fighting for the lightweight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he lost to the Dagestanian Islam Makhachev 3 minutes into the fight. They fought earlier this year in Perth. That went to distance, and some people thought he won the fight. Some people thought he lost, and he did take it on 11 days' notice. I think that was probably a bit silly, but
yeah, I see. The only thing I have for it, again, I don't watch UFC. I saw the highlights, lowlights, whatever. But read up on it a little bit. I know I've listened to a few podcasts or interviews with him, and I like him as a bloke. Like he's pretty down to earth, and he's like, yeah, whatever. Let's go. I'll have crack. But I'm like, 11 days. I know he's always probably training, and he's probably always pretty much ready to go. But 11 days to get over to Abu Dhabi as well, that's a 20-hour flight or something. You got to get over there. I'm guessing it's friggin' hot over there, all that sort of stuff. And I just feel like up here you need to be ready months in advance. I don't know. Again, I'm not a fighter, but I just get
Yeah.
that again, the kick to the head and then getting smashed. I don't know much about his fighting style, but I sort of think had he prepared enough for the fight?
Yeah.
Did he know what he was going in with? Did he know what to counter with, prepare for? Again, I don't know too much. That's
Yeah.
what I'm asking. I am actually sort of asking you. Do you reckon he didn't have enough prep?
Well, I don't. He definitely didn't have enough prep. I think they took the fight on short notice because otherwise, it wouldn't have saved the card. I think it would have been a pretty bad card if these two boys didn't have a fight.
Mm.
He actually did say that when he got the call up 12 days before the fight, so it would have been that Friday or Saturday, nearly 2 weeks before it. He just come back from holidays. He only had hand surgery halfway through the year.
That's
He's
right.
coming
Yeah.
back from that. I'm pretty sure. I think he said when he got the call, the day before he got the call, he weighed himself and he was 85 kilos.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm pretty sure the lightweight, when you convert it from pounds to kilos, is 70 on the dot. So he lost like 15
15
kilos.
kilos.
And he's been training, but he wasn't training that hard on holidays and stuff like that. And he looked at himself and goes, "Oh, I need to lose weight." Got the call. Right, boys. I think he got the call Friday, and he was in Abu Dhabi by Sunday. So they pretty much had one day, and then flew over.
Mate,
I don't think
I'm 80 kilos. I don't think I could lose 10 kilos in a week.
he said a lot of it was water. I think he was
Yeah, but
pretty water.
like
I know,
friggin'
it's
hell.
easy. It's obviously easy for them to be like water loaded and that kind of thing. But yeah, he got paid a pretty penny for it as well. He signed a
Wow.
new he
I think
signed he
that's
signed a new contract. For when he signed the contract for that fight, they gave him a new deal. Um, they don't really officially release what they earn,
yeah.
but I think before pay-per-views, I think he's going to earn like $3 million. So
So you can understand why you might travel over and look, if you get knocked out, well,
obviously, unfortunately, that would be probably him done going for another title shot in the lightweight division. He'll go back down to featherweight and defend his title. I know he wants
yeah.
to come back in January to versus the number one contender, but I don't think he should do that. I think he should take a bit of time off. I'm actually surprised they didn't give him. They usually, when they get knocked out, they usually give him like a 3 month no training. So then he can't do any contact for 3 months, and then he'll need a 2 month camp.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Featherweight's like 60 something kilos, isn't it?
yeah, it's pretty. So lightweight's 155, and then featherweight's 145. So,
Yeah, so it's going to be 60,
so yeah,
65 or something. Mate, even that, like if you're sitting at 80 kilos, he's not a huge
oh, he's a
bald
nugget.
guy. Like
He's a
he's a little
nugget. Yeah.
nugget, but like I think when he was playing first grade or reserve grade local footy,
Well, he was
he was
like he was.
it was like
I
100
think
kilos or something.
they said he weighed because when they do the interviews and they say, oh, they showed him pictures. I think he was
Yeah,
216 pounds. So I think that's like 100
yeah, 100 kilos, right?
kilos or
He's gone
something
from
like that.
that.
100 kilos.
He was at 80 kilos or 80 something kilos the other week. Got down to 70. He's going to go back and fight for featherweight down to 65. Like, just good on him that he can even just track that and do it. That's freaking
Yeah, 100%.
crazy.
But yeah,
Anyway,
unfortunately, yeah, good card, shit result.
yeah.
That one.
Anyway, no, there you go. Thanks to the battlers that did send stuff in. We can't go through them all, but like a bit of back and forth.
So I'll just chuck it out there because I think we're wrapping down near the end of the season for us.
Oh, well, probably our end of season, probably our last little thing that we'll do will be we've got to get our golf game in for our tipping comp winner. We were supposed to have done it. Anyway, slight change. Have we locked in a date? We're not quite sure. We're trying to lock in a date for next
Trying
week
to, trying to lock in a date.
before H Moore gets on a plane and goes. So that'll probably be, yeah, we probably have maybe 1 or 2
That's
more
another
weeks.
thing. I've been, hey, I don't know what. I know I'm a good boyfriend all the time as well, and all of that kind of stuff. I'm one of the best
Okay.
around.
Yeah, right.
I know it's
Where is
easy
she?
for you
Is
to
she
say.
there? Is she there somewhere? Is she listening?
Actually, no, she's not. She's not here. I've been given the green light to go play golf in Bali.
Yes. There we go.
But god damn, it's expensive.
Yeah, what are you paying per round? $200 or something?
I walked, play at a nice 18-hole course with a car, with rented clubs, obviously, because I'm not going to take my clubs over there. 320.
Okay, sure. You have fun.
I didn't think it was going to cost that much,
Yeah, wow.
so I haven't booked anything over there. So I might wait. Because I was looking at tea times today and places. I'm about half an hour from most places.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go
Um,
for it. Go for it.
but you get, and you get a caddy. You get your own
Yeah.
caddy.
Dad and
You get your
I
own caddy.
played over in Bali when I was 16 or something. And yeah, we had these two little Balinese ladies pull our clubs along, and she go, what do you want? I'm like, oh, give me a 7-iron. Okay, here you go, sir. Worries, I'm hitting golf balls, and it's pretty cool. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So yeah, it'll be a nice little one there. I'm
yeah, it's
surprised. I
nice.
was a bit taken back. I was like, I sort of looked behind me and I'm like, oh,
Nora's pretty good, man. Nora's pretty good. She knows. She knows. She goes out to golf with you and stuff. She's good.
she wants to keep me.
You are an idiot. But yeah, we're probably wrapping up towards the end of the year. We're going to get in that game of golf. We owe it to Bades, and we want to have a bit of fun on the golf course. I'm going to do Movember too, Battlers. I'm going to put something out for Movember if you're interested. Yep. I've been doing it for 12 or 13 years. It's good to talk about men's health because men don't often talk about their health. So I'm going to do Movember. I don't think H has got that one across the line yet, but we'll wait and see.
That's it. That's next.
If you want to join, but I will put the link out and I'll put some info if you want to join the team. It's easy. You just sign up just to track your Mo progress and yeah. If you want to donate some cash. I'm going to also try and get moving.
They'll go up over the weekend.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm going to try and get moving as well. It's about being healthy and stuff. So I've been trying to do some running and whatnot. So we'll log my Ks and you guys can do the same thing. So yeah. Got anything else?
All done.
That's it. All right, Batless. Do your best. Try and give us something over the weekend. We want to know your superstitions. We want to know your Cox Plate tips. And again, get involved in the Movember. We'll wait and see for H's results over the weekend. Can't wait to see him with the trophy.
It would be nice. It'd be very nice. It'd be one of my best accomplishments.
That'll go straight to the pool room.
100%.
All right, Battlers. See ya.